Who's ready for some big-time Bergen County football? 4-2 Ridgewood comes into Week 8 desperate for a statement win as the playoffs loom just weeks away. No doubt a stiff test Friday as undefeated Ramapo at 7-0 comes to town. It's been a decade since these two public school powers last met. This game was wild. Ridgewood on their first drive. This is 4th and 18, and the Maroons make an early house call. Bob Kunzler hits the edge and scores from 34 yards out. Halfway through the first, it's a 6-0 game. Ramapo responds. Jack Grusser finds Rob Travers over the middle. He's a grown man. Travers sheds tacklers and motors downfield. He picks up 28 yards and makes it down to the 10. And Grusser would finish the drive. He rolls right and hits Josiah Savitt with an 11-yard strike. Ramapo takes a 7-6 lead at the end of the first quarter. Ridgewood is one of the few teams that runs the wing tee to perfection. Players like Cole Dawkins have been doing it their entire lives. Dawkins has some serious top-end speed. He outruns the Raiders for a 66-yard touchdown. The extra point is blocked, so the Maroons have a slim 12-7 lead. The Grusser-Travers connection paid off again for Ramapo on the next drive. Look at the one-handed grab. Travers is 6'5". That height caused problems. Jack Grusser can certainly sling it, but he's one of the fastest players in North Jersey. He scores on a 5-yard touchdown here, giving Poe a 14-12 lead. 6:46 left in the first half. Special teams played a big role in this game. The Maroons back to punt, and it's blocked. Ethan Moran catches it midair, and he's the starting tailback, so you know he's got the moves to score. Man, oh man! Ramapo extends their lead to 21-12 late in the second quarter. Ridgewood not ready to go to the locker room just yet. Dan Kayafa rolls out and finds Red Kosick for a juggling touchdown. It's a 29-yard strike to close the gap and close the half. The Maroons trail 21-19 at the break. Third quarter, Ridgewood gets some revenge on special teams. Andrew Goya gets home for the block. He's got the scoop, and Andrew Goya will score. Ridgewood takes the lead. It's 25-21, and the call from the sidelines is to go for two. And the play call, it is a beauty. Kayafa throws to the back of the end zone for a wide-open Brendan Chanley. 5:11 left in the third. It's 27-21 Ridgewood. A safety makes it 29-21 Maroons. They go back on offense. Daniel Kayafa looks deep downfield. Red Kosick is there again for the touchdown. 49 yards for his second score. Ridgewood's offense is rolling. They close the third quarter with a 35-21 lead. Ramapo, however, will respond in the fourth. Jack Grusser to Rob Travers. His man is on the ground, and Travers waltzes into pay dirt. That's a 37-yard touchdown. Extra point is good. There's 8:31 left, and Ramapo trails 35-28. In the fourth quarter, these two teams were throwing big-time haymakers. Here's the pitch outside. It's Red Kosick. 2 touchdowns already on the day. How about a third? 60 yards for Red Kosick. Ridgewood makes it 41-28 with 6:57 remaining in the fourth quarter. Ramapo now feeling the pressure. This is 4th and 8 on the next drive. Grusser, calm in the pocket. He finds his man, Benny Robinson. The 22-yard pickup moves the chains once more. 2 plays later, Grusser goes back to the big man. Rob Travers climbs the ladder for 6. That's 2 TD grabs for the senior. Grusser now with 4 touchdowns. The extra point closes the gap, but Ramapo still trails 41-35 with 4:38 left. If you thought this game was anywhere close to being over, you were crazy. This is Ridgewood's ensuing drive from the 31. And how about this? Red Cossack somehow breaks free. But as he's about to score, the ball comes loose. So is it a touchdown or a touchback? The refs confer. The call is a touchdown. Jack Forich recovered it for the score. 3 minutes, 28 seconds left. It's 47-35 Maroons. But it took less than a minute for Ramapo to get back in. Grusser's best throw of the night is right here. 33 yards on a rope to Landon DePrima. Unreal! With 2:30 left on the clock, the Raiders make it a 5-point game. They're down 47-42. And a big call comes on the kickoff. Ramapo decides to go with the onside kick, and it's recovered by Ridgewood. They will take over at the 50-yard line. Ramapo has all their timeouts. So all the Maroons need to do is run out the clock. Again, they go to Red Cossack. He's got a wide open lane, but Nick Cafaro forces a fumble, and the Maroons fall on it. What a break for Ridgewood. It's still a valuable 25-yard gain for the first down. Now, with under a minute left to play in this contest, Ridgewood looks to ice it on a 4th and long. Joe Grosso is tackled short of the line. It's a turnover on downs. Ramapo gets it at their own 6, 29 seconds left. Ridgewood gave up 21 points in the fourth quarter, but their defense made a stand when it counted most. Jay Whitmack intercepts the pass, and he calls game. There's bedlam at Ridgewood High School because the Maroons have just knocked off one of New Jersey's top teams. 47-42 is the final in a game that was completely off the charts. Check this out. Last week, Ridgewood was held scoreless in a 7-0 loss to Irvington. This week, it's a totally different story as they scored 7 touchdowns. Ridgewood emphatically punches a ticket to the state playoffs with this statement victory.
Last week, the vibe, we were just like middle of the day, we had to go all the way to Irvington. They were definitely talking a lot to us. But here it was like home game. We had all the hype. Our fans did so much help from the sidelines. Like I don't even think they realize like how much they're doing for us on the sidelines. And also just like the overall positivity in the offense was insane. Like it was so much. This week versus last week was so different.
I mean, our offense was just clicking throughout the whole game. Red Cossack, huge touchdown catch in the back of the end zone, that wheel route. Our offense was just clicking. Our offensive line held it down, blocking their butts off all game. If it wasn't for them, we're not putting up 47 points. We got a big game next week against Hackensack and leading on to the playoffs, so we'll see we'll go from there.
Reporting from Ridgewood, I'm Jay Cook with JerseySportsZone.com.